Well, let's get more on this now with Yemeni affairs analyst Hussain Albuk-haiti. He joins us from Sanaa. Welcome to the program, Hussain. Why do you think Donald Trump has decided to launch these attacks now? Has there been a recent rise in Houthi attacks in the Red Sea?
Of course, there was no attack against any United States ship, neither commercial as well, neither any battleship. And since the United States under Prosperity Guardian from the beginning of Truce of Gaza has stopped targeting Yemen, Yemeni has stopped its attack against UK ships and as well United States ships. And they have actually announced a few days ago that they will resume the attack against Israeli owned ship. That's why here they believe that those latest attack actually is not, as Donald Trump have said, to protect the United States commercial ship or United States battleship. Is actually to protect Israeli ships, because United States is taking a huge part in the war against Gaza and in the genocide. And we remember that Yemeni army, when they were launching attack against Israel in occupied Palestine or either against Israeli ships in the Red Sea, they haven't actually targeted any United Kingdom flagship or any United States flagship, and they only started those attacks after United States has declared war through that Prosperity Guardian, which we call it here in Yemen is the genocide guardian that came to attack Yemen to protect the Israeli and to lift the blockade against the Israeli. But I believe that those latest attack against Yemen, which has actually focused on civilian area, they have targeted several homes across Yemen, which resulted in 32 deaths and more than 50 Yemeni civilians were injured. The number of them are women and children. This actually is sending a clear message to the Yemeni that the United States is standing with the Zionist state of Israel, and they will keep targeting and attacking Yemen to stop Yemeni from blocking the Red Sea in front of the Israeli regime. And I think that the next step that Yemeni army might take is by resuming attacking against United Kingdom commercial ship in the Red Sea, and as well against the United States commercial ship. And I believe they might launch a huge attack against any battleship belonging to the United States or the UK, especially the aircraft carrier Truman, which is located north of the Red Sea, because they're actually afraid to get closer to Yemen because of Yemeni missile unit. And I think that as Yemen, the United States have said that they are the first country in history to use anti-ship ballistic missiles. I believe that Yemeni might have at this point a new type of missile, and they might be the first one to use anti-ship hypersonic ballistic missiles, because what the United States actually have did this time, Yemeni commander here have saying that they will pay very dearly for those attack against Yemen. And they made it clearly that if Yemen stand with the Palestine to stop the killing of the Palestinian people, and they have gone in a war with Israel, this means as well when Yemeni civilians are killed or are come under attack from any country, this means that Yemeni will take a bigger step against the United States.
And Hussain, Trump has urged Iran to stop its support for the Houthis, warning that Washington would hold Tehran fully accountable. How real is that threat, do you think? Do you think Donald Trump wants to start some sort of a conflict or retaliation with Iran?
I don't think that he will try to target Iran, because we know that most of the American bases are just 100 kilometers away from Iran, especially in the Persian Gulf. And as well, I don't think that any country will allow United States to use its bases to target Iran. It will be difficult for the United States to target Iran from their aircraft carrier, either in the Persian Gulf or in the Arabian Sea, because those are actually under the coverage of Iranian missiles. But of course, United States will always blame other countries to support Yemen, but they always forgot that Yemen has gone through 9 years of Saudi and United Arab Emirates blockade. Those two countries have launched with the full support of United States and UK more than 250,000 airstrike against Yemen. What was the result? Instead of Yemen being under blockade, Yemen is now the one who are forcing and forming a blockade against United States. And I believe that actually, I just want to mention one more thing. One of of the new thing in this latest attack against Yemen, that the United States actually has used bases in United Arab Emirates, their bases in United Arab Emirates, and as well in Bahrain and in Qatar. Their Boeing fuel jet, which actually fueled their fighter jet in the Red Sea, were actually from these three bases in United Arab Emirates and Qatar and Bahrain. And this actually did not happen before through the Prosperity Guardian, because those countries and Saudi Arabia as well refused to take any part, even in fueling US fighter jet. But at this point, I believe that Trump has a huge pressure on those countries, because for him to launch this major attack, he needed those United States Navy fuel jet to fuel their fighter jet. But I believe that those countries, if they will continue to do so, I'm thinking that Yemeni might retaliate against United States bases in those countries.
Okay, Hussain Albuk-haiti, thank you so much again for joining us on the program.